So we go with the example on SMARTFORM. As a part of a requirement or the example on SAP script, we have designed the purchase order acknowledgement form. So here we go with the different requirement. We will design sales order acknowledgement form. We will design sales order acknowledgement form. Acknowledgement is confirmation. Maybe you can design the billing. It's up to you. It's not an issue. So user is going to pass as an input. He is going to pass the order number, sales order number. Now, based on your order number, I supposed to get the layout. So again, here also we will design the two different pages. Now here, it will be my logo window, header, somewhat order information, billing address, shipping address, somewhat warranty details. Thereafter, maybe we can have the barcode as well. We can have that barcode here somewhere. And here it will be having the item information. In that, the fields are something like Posner, Matner, MAKTX, KWMENG, NetPer, or if you want, you can take some other fields as well. And here you are going to print the total. Thereafter, you will be having some terms and condition. And then you will be having the footer. And the page number. So this is your footer window. This is your page number. Here we are going to print the barcode. Logo window, order details, header, then billing address, shipping address, similarly, warranty details. Billing address, shipping address, and this is your warranty. This is my first page. Similarly, I can have the second page as well. So this is my page 2, but in the page 2 I will be having only 4 windows. In that, the first will be the logo. This will be the part of your later window. Suppose you want to give some message. This is something part of your later window. So this is my page 1 and this is my page 2. As we know, by default, system will create the first page in the name of percentage page 1. If you want, you can rename it to the different one. And if you create another page, and again it will create in the name of percentage page 1. If you create any component like page, window, address, graphics, text, anything, it will always propose its own name in the name of this percentage, followed by, maybe if you're creating the window, it will give it as a percentage window 1, 2, 3, something like it. If you want, you can rename it also. Now, if I go with the logical part, in what window, like what are the respective window, what kind of logic you are going to print it. Now, if I go with the logo, if I go with the header, this is a constant information. See, whenever you design any form or the model push screen, some information will be the constant as a label. Some information need to be fetched dynamically from the database via, if it is a screen, you need to via dialog program. If it is a script, you need to take it via print program. And if it is a smart form, you need to take it via driver program. Of course, it is a part of program that will be written in SA38. Now, whatever the data you want to fetch it dynamically. So if you go with the logo, it is a constant, header is a constant, but in the order window, I want to print some information which is related to the order. If I go here, order wise, now in the order window, I want to print the order number, order date, purchase order number, nothing but PO number, and the amount. So this you will get it from the VBAK, Veblen, VBAK, Eridat, VBAK, BSTNK, and this will be your network, NETWR. Thereafter, in the billing address, we need to print bill to party, address of bill to party. Now, from where you can get it? From the VBPA, partner data. Even in the EKPA, this is a VBPA. So this is a part of VBPA ADRNR. So the where condition should be where Veblen you need to pass, and you need to pass VBAK Veblen and PRA VW partner function should be equals to RE, right? Similarly, we need to go with ship to party. Shipping address, ship to party, right? Then this is a part of VBPA ADRNR. Again, same. In the where condition, we need to pass VBAK Veblen and the PARVW is equals to WE. So this is how you will get the ship to party. For example, if you are at the screen level, VBPA, that's a part of sales order partner data. Can you see sales document partner data? We do have many entries. Can you see this AG and the RE? AG is something. Again, here it is a part of your conversion routine. Now, for example, if I go with the WE, is there some WE? So here you can see AG, AG. Can you see this AG? This is a part of sold to party. So we are looking for ship to party and the bill to party. So bill to party, can you see this one? RE and the ship to party. Something like here it is a TG. Right. So here you can go WE. Ship to party. WE and the RE. Now I will show you RE and the WE. Yes. sorry, RE, and this is WE. See, for this 5100, you do have both bill to party, ship to party, and both number are same. So bill to party, ship to both are same. This is the customer number, and here ADR NR is blank. Can you see? Here ADR NR is blank, nothing but the address number. If it is blank over here, then you can get it from the KNA1. If the address number is blank over here, you can get it from the KNA1. So that is what. So here I can say if VBPA ADR NR is blank, then get it from KNA1 ADR NR. So how you can get it? Of course, in the selection screen, you are passing the Weblin. Based on the Weblin, you can get the customer number here only, Kunnar. And that customer number, you can pass it here. Where Kunnar equals to VBAK Kunnar. And if that address number is not maintained, then you can get the VBAP Kunnar, and that VBAP Kunnar, you can pass it to the KNA1 Kunnar, and then you can get it the address number. Now order detail is done, billing is done, order is done, shipping is done. In the warranty, we are having the hard code. In the barcode, we are printing the sales order number, and that we are already fetching over here. Then after item information. But if you look at this terms and condition footer page, everything is constant, means hard coded value. Even in the second page also, we don't have any dynamic value. Now left is only item information. So in the item information, we are getting the details from VBAP, Posnar, Matnar, KWMENG, Netper, and the Netwer by doing the inner join with MAKT. That is MAKTX. Now, among these information, so these set of information, we are getting a single value. These are the single value. And this is a format of internal table. So to create the internal table, first we need to create the structure. So structure can be created in SA38 or SA11. But if you create structure in SA11, that can be reused. So before that, we will decide what are the paragraph format and the character format we needed. So we will have some set of paragraph format and the character format. So here I can say font. What should be the family, size, and the style. In the style, again, you do have the italic, underline, bold, what you're taking. So very first, always similar, the way you have created in SAP script, the paragraph format, character format will be with the two characters only, means you can create with two character position only. And you can name it anything. You can name it anything. The way we have created the three, we will create also here three. Header 1, header text 1. So font family, I will take it as again HELVE, size 11, no italic, no underline, no bold. Similarly, Header text to HELVE. I will take 12.5 or we can go with 13. No italic, no underline, no bold. So I will go with header text 3 or you can go with the footer text 1. The same text we will be used for the warranty window and same text we will be used for the footer window. Now, if you look at, I will take again a reference of one of the sample document from the search engine. So I'm taking one sample for the reference. I wanted to create some similar one. This is the one. Now, if you look at the text within this layout, all the text are not with the same size, same font, same family, are with the different. Now, if you look at this within the header, this is one with different font family size style. Again, this with the different font family size style. Even again, this continuous text with the different font family size style. Now, if you look at this warehouse address, this warranty one and this footer, this is truncated. Let me retake. Now, here we can see all the text are not with the same font, same family, same size, are with the different font family size style. Now, if you go with the header text one, I have creating it as header text one. I'm creating it as header text two. And this is your warehouse address. Even this font family size style, this font family size style, and this font family size style are same. So I'm creating with the footer one. But can you see this warehouse address? Actually, this is not in the new line. This is a continuous text. After this Tech Connect Retail Private Limited, this address information is continuous. So this you can achieve by using the character format. Within the paragraph, if you want to highlight any characters, that is a part of paragraph format. And similarly, rest all others are with the same font, same family, same size. So I will create something like D1 as a part of default, and some are in bold, same font, same family, same size, but styles are different. So I will create it as a D2. So I have created H1, H2. Now this I will create it as F1. Then we will create this one as character format 1, so on. Now if you look at over here, F1, that's a part of footer and the warranty. Footer and for the warranty window. Font family will be remain same, HELVE. Font family I will take 09, sorry, size I will take 09 and the style will be italic. Okay, next. I'm creating D1. This is a part of default paragraph. Means I want to set it as default, which is going to be used commonly. HELVE 11. No italic, no underline, no bold. Similarly, I will create D2 default text with bold. That is a part of HELVE 11. No italic, no underline, but it should be in bold. So these are the part of paragraph. Similarly, I will create with the character. So I will create with the C1. That is a part of highlight text, I can say. Font family, you can take anything. Again, I'm taking HELVE. That should be italic. No underline, no bold. Similarly, I'm creating another one, character text 2, or you can take B1. That is for barcode. So there are two different usage of character format. One is to have the barcode, another is to highlight the character within the barcode. So here we are going to select the barcode format as C128A. This is a standard barcode format provided by the SAP. So in real time, it could be same or it can be different. You need to check with your functional who is gathering the requirement. And the third one is B2, I can say, and this is for only bold. If you want to keep any text in a bold, the style as a bold, I can say bold text. Just I want to make a text is in bold. Right? Now before I proceed further, before I create the form, first I will create the paragraph format and the character format as we discussed in the introduction session. Whenever we go with the SMARTFORM T code, we do have the three options over there: form, style, and the text model. With the form, we are going to design the layout. With the style, we are going to create the paragraph format and the character format. And with the text model, we are going to create the reusable window. So in SMARTFORM, everything is reusable. Now, if I go with the SMARTFORM T code, so form, style, and the text model. So first, I will create the style. Nothing but the paragraph format, character format. You can name it anything. I'm saying style for SO form. ZA0 style for SO form. Go with the create. See, this is a part of paragraph format. Can you see in the left hand side? Paragraph format and the character. So here you can provide the description, anything. So I'm providing style for SO acknowledgement form. Style for SO acknowledgement form. Now here we don't have any existing paragraph format in the character format. We need to create it. Just right click on this, go with the create node. So you will get the pop-up. You need to propose a name for the paragraph format. That could be anything, but must be 2 character only. So I'm creating with H1. Enter. So this is a part of description. Header text 1. Can you see this is the intent and the spacing, font, tabs, and the numbering and outline. And the best part is what? You will get the preview also here. Can you see at the bottom preview how your text will look like in the output list? And also I said everything is colorful in the SMARTFORM. Text, layout, any window, any page, everything. So here under the intent and the spacing, we are going to provide the alignment, margins, so on. This we already know in the Word file level also. But here I'm going with the font one. and here I'm selecting the font. We are having very minimal, only few only. Okay, so I'm going with this HELVE 11 point font style. Do you want to go with bold, italic and bold? For the underline, you need to go here. And here you do have the colorful option. You can choose any color. If I select the blue one, and here you can see the preview. It will look something like this in your output list. Okay, so I will not go with this colorful as I will go with the normal text. Okay, this is my first one. Even if you're not selecting this one, by default it will take a black only. Now similarly, right click on this paragraph format, create node. We are creating the next one, that is a part of H2. Enter. I can say header text 2. Left align font family, I can go with the HELVE. This I will take it as a 13. No italic, no bold, no underline, but I want to take this as this in blue color. Okay, similarly I'm going to create the third one, that is a part on F1. This is for footer and the warranty window. Footer slash warranty window. It should be central align. In the font you can go with HELVE 09 and it should be in italic. Can you see? This is a preview. It will look something like this in the output list. Now similarly I'm going to create D1 and D2. D1 is a part of, I'm considering the default paragraph. Left align font, I can take it as HELVE 11, no italic, no bold, no underline. So similarly, I'm going to create the next one, create node D2. So this is a part of default text with bold. Left align font family HELVE size 11 and this should be in bold. Okay, now similarly, I'm going to create the character format, create node C1. This is to highlight. Under the font, I'm selecting HELVE 9 and this should be italic. Now, can you see here preview? So it has started printing the text somewhere from here till here. It is with a different font family, size and style. And in the middle, it has started with some different font family, size and the style. Again, in the continuous text, it is started with the different font family, size, style. This is what the meaning of highlighting the characters within the paragraph. That is the job of C1, nothing but character format. And another purpose is to have the barcode. So this is for the barcode. So here you do have the barcode options. You can select the barcode option. So SAP has provided some standard barcode format. So here I'm taking C128. Now you can ask me the questions why you are considering only C128 only. So the reason behind this, we do have very minimal, and I'm sure that this is the one which is the existing in the SAP system. Of course, we are using the dummy system, but this will be available everywhere. But if you go with the real time, you might be come across with a different barcode format. So you have nothing to worry. What logo need to be used, what logic you need to design, write it, and what barcode format you need to use. Everything will be provided in the format of functional specification document. You have nothing to worry. You know, in real time we will be having the different barcode format. Now if you go with any product, now normally if you purchase any product, in that product you do have the different barcode styles. Now for example, see, these are the different barcode style. So these are the variety of barcode you might find in a different product. 2D barcode, 1D, 3D, so on, right? But it is totally depends upon the customer choice how they do want to go. But the existing barcode format which is available in SAP, if you want to see those, the transaction code is SC73. even though font families SE73, the transaction code is SE73. So in SAP system, while designing the smart form, even during the SAP script, the font families are very minimal. But if you go with the Word file, you will get the variety of option. Now, similar variety, if you need it, then you need to go with this install true type font. But that is not your job. That will be done by the basis consultant. Similarly, if you want to see any barcodes, system barcodes, then we can see by using the display, and these are the list of barcodes. Among that, which I have considered is C128A. So these are the many, but among these only few are enabled, rest are not working. Can you see this highlighted color? Only these barcodes are working, rest are not working. And if you want to test it, how does it look like, then you can simply click on this one and click on execute option, test the barcode. This barcode we are testing, in the barcode you do have the number. Usually nowadays we are going in a very like innovation, everything we are getting innovated. So if you go with any product, you will be having the barcode. Barcode is something like a unique number of that product. So usually if you go with the counter like billing counter, so usually they don't waste their time in the typing that order number, order ID, or the product ID. This is something like a product ID, so they don't waste the time in printing the product ID. So just scan it and automatically that catch the number. But sometimes if your barcode is not working, whatever the number we do have within the barcode, the same number will be under the barcode only. If that barcode is not working due to sometimes that barcode it will get scratched, and if it is not reading properly, maybe your barcode machine is having something issue, then they can type the number which is there under the barcode. So here you can test it, print preview. So it is going to be issued in output device, and this is the interface for your output device. So this is the dummy one, real time it could be anything. So this is the barcode format. Whatever the BC underscore MRN which we are printing or testing, it will look something like this. Actually within this barcode you do have the same number, and under the barcode also you do have the same number. When you scan this barcode number, you will get the same number 123 up to 90. If your barcode is not working, you can type the number. Similarly, if you want to test this C128A, click on execute, again execute, LP01, print preview. This is another format. Like we do have the variety. You can choose any one of them. So, but I'm going with this C128A. Now, if you look at the third one, for example, see, this is your something like QR code. Next, law underscore BC. See, this is something like earlier, whenever you issue the new ATM card from the banking system, the password need to become separately via post. So that password something like this barcode protected. You might be. But now we are not. Everything is online. We can do it. Anything is online. So these are the different barcode format. I have just tested it, and I'm going to use the C128A. Right? Now, during the script case, we have set the default paragraph. Here also we need to set the default paragraph. How? Just double click on this header data. Once after creating all the barcode format, just double click on this header data. Can you see this standard settings? Under that, you can see all the barcode format which you have created. Sorry, all the paragraph format which you have created. Among these list, which one you want to set it as default one? I want to set this D1 as a default one. Okay. So this is the style for POACK form. Just save and you can just do activate. Sorry. How come? There is something issue with this. Let me try to create it again. Okay, so come to this header data, and here you can see the set of paragraph format which you have created. Among these, which one you want to set it as default. So I'm setting D1 as a default, and then you can do the activate. Can you see at bottom? Your style has been activated. Now, before I proceed to create the form, I want to create one of the text model. So text model is something like what? As we discussed, everything is reusable in the smart form. Like whatever the block of information which you are going to maintain at the form level, that block of information will be maintained by using the window. And that reusable window we can create it by using the text model. So you can create any text. So I'm creating one of the text called terms. Every company will be having their own terms and condition, and that terms and condition is commonly applicable for all the products, right? So whenever they design any form or the layout, they wanted to print this common terms and condition everywhere. So what I wanted to do, I want to create this terms and condition. Go with the create. You can say this editor option. So during the SAP script, now if I open the SAP script, now whatever the window you are creating, for that window, whatever the text which you want to maintain, you need to double click on that text and you need to select this option. Icon is same, but what is the name for that? Text element. Here also icon is same, but what is the name for that? Editor. Icon is same, but name is different. Now here I'm creating it is for the terms and condition, especially return policy. So that's fine. RET policy. Now we go with the editor option. Maybe something it is having some word issue, but that's fine. Now you can go with this editor option. See, same editor. The way we do have the editor for your script, the same editor we do have here. Now I will copy the same text over here. Whatever the text you have created, I want to copy as it is. Okay. Maybe this will not work because okay. Now here I can go with C1. No, I have created B2. Something like bold. But this will not work here. I will let you know why. Just go back. Okay. It is saying some character text will not be supported. Now if I go with the editor, can you see here? I have added that B2 that has removed. You know, B2 is for what? Bold. I have created one of the character format B2. B2 is what? It will make the text bold. Now you can ask me if it is making only bold, then what should the font family size style? That will take it from the star. Star is a part of default. In the style, which one we have set it as a default? D1. For the D1, whatever the font family size style is there, that will be applicable to here. Plus extra property of this B2. B2 is a part of your character format. This we are making only text in bold. So this text will become the bold. But you will get the message like some text is not going to be supported. Why? Because see, unpermitted character format will be deleted. Continue anyway. So that B1, B2 is again deleted. Can you see? Oh, it's there. I will show you. It should be deleted. So it is not deleted. Just let me come back. Go again. That's fine. See, that has deleted. You know, B2 has deleted. Why? Because the style which we have created. You can ask me, already we have created, but why it is not taking? See, of course you have created, but you have not assigned whatever the text model you are creating. In that text model, whatever the information you are maintaining, that information need to take your specific paragraph form and the character format which you have defined in the format of style. So that style you need to define here. Can you see, go with this management? So by default, system is taking the system's own default paragraph format and the character format. We need to remove it and we need to go with our own. That is a part of ZA0, this one which you have created. Now click on save. Now it will accept. Now if I go with this editor, now you can add the B2. Now it will not be removed. Okay, go back. Now save. Now again, if you come back, it will not be removed. Okay, it has not removed. Now next. So before I proceed further to design the form, first what I will do, I will create one structure. Like whatever the data you are fetching dynamically from the database, of course that logic you are going to write in SE38. And of course, the same structure you needed in the form layout level as well. So what I will do, so the structure which I needed, item data. Of course, I need to create the internal table. For that, we need to have the structure. And that structure you can create in SE38 also, you can create in SE11 also. But what I'm planning, let's create this structure in SE11 because I want to reuse this in two different areas. So for that reason, I'm planning to create this structure in S11. So I can say ZA0 item data. Go with create structure SO form item data. So fields are Posner, Matner, MAKTX, KWMENG, then comes with VRKME, nothing but the sales unit. Then comes with netper, netver. If you want, you can go with WAERK. That's a part of sales, currency key. So for every quantity and the currency, we need to provide the respective reference table and reference field. So I'm providing VBAK, VRKME, and this is a part of VBAP, WAERK. Local object and activate. So there is a warning, you can just ignore. Right? So this has been created. Now what I will do, I will create the table type as well. So I will go with underscore TT. Go with create. I will provide the table type. So I'm saying table type for structure this. Under the line type, I'm providing the structure name. That's it. Just save and activate. Done. I have created the structure. Now let's come back to your form. So I'm going to design the form now. I can say ZA0 SO ACK underscore form. ZA0 ACK underscore form. Go with the create option. So here I'm providing the description. Sales order acknowledgement form. During the script case, how we design the layout? During the script case, how did we design the layout? We just go with the setting, form painter, and we're supposed to select this graphical form painter checkbox. And if we click on enter, we're supposed to get that layout where we are going to rearrange the windows. But here you don't need to go with that lengthy way. You can see your form painter here itself. Can you see? This is your first page. This is your first page, and by default under the page you can find the main window. So that is your main window. But this is very last option. You can click on this form painter. It will be just hidden, get hidden. So this is the form which we are creating. For that form, see, this is a form. By default, this form attribute is selected. So we do have the two major component under the form. Global setting, second one is page and the window. Under global setting, we do have the form attribute, interface, and the global definition. Under attribute, we are going to maintain the basic property of your form which you are creating, like created by, date, time, package. If you saved in a specific package, it will show you the package name. Then change by, date, time. You don't have the client number option because SmartForm is not a client dependent. Then the language plus translation. And then under the output options, we are going to maintain. So the default paragraph format it is taking as A4. If you need something different, you can take it. And the style it as system default style it is taking. Nothing but the paragraph format and the character format. So what you need to do is you need to remove this one and you need to pass your own. Okay, under the output option, under this form attribute, under the output option, you need to remove the style as system and you need to pass your own. Next comes with the form interface. As we know already, whenever we activate the smart form, so smart form is going to generate the function model. Now, what is the common definition, general definition of the function model? Function model which contains a piece of code which performs the action based on the given parameters. So how you are going to pass the input, based on that it will perform and it will return the result. How we are going to pass the input and get the results? By using some signature or the interface we can say. That is import, export, table, changing. So same, can you see? Import, export, tables and the changing. Now, whatever the function model is being generated by the smart form, that function will contain some default parameters. So these are the default parameter. Apart from this, you can have your custom parameter also. Now, whenever that smart form is going to generate the function model, that function model contains the entire source code of your form. Now, whatever the layout you are designing, that layout will be converted into source code. And that source code will be generated in the format of FM. Now, whatever the layout you have designed, in that layout, you do have some constant label or the text, and some data need to be come from dynamically from the database and need to be printed on the form. Now, how you are going to take that data? Of course, that dynamic logic you are going to write in SC38. That is what we have discussed in the architecture. See, you are going to design the layout, right? Once this layout has been activated, it will generate a standalone function model, and that function model contains the source code of the layout. So this layout will be converted into source code, and that layout source code will be generated in the format of FM. Now in that layout, you do have some text, nothing but the constant value, and some data need to be taken from the database dynamically. And that dynamic data which you want to take it from the database, such logic we are going to write in SC38 program, that is a part of driver program. Now, once we extracted the data from the database in the format of work area internal table, how we are going to pass it to this function model? Sorry, how we are going to pass it to the form layout? So what we are doing, however, this form is going to be generated your FM. So we are going to call this FM in our driver program, and whatever the dynamic value which you want to print it in the form layout, that value we are going to pass via that parameters. So that is what we do have this form interface option. Now already we have decided whatever the single and the multiple value which we wanted to receive. Under the order window, these are the 4 dynamic value which needed. Under the billing address, shipping address, and the item data. Now whatever the single value which you want to have it, so that need to be under the importing parameters. So usually the pattern for the importing parameter I, if you are importing the single variable, V, then the field name, like we are importing the Weblin. Type Weblin VA. Then we are importing the date, that's a part of erdat, type erdat. Then network, type network AK, right? Then bstnk, type BST, NK. Yes, these four, Weblin, AirDAT, BST, NK network. Kunnar we don't require. Then we need the shipping address and the billing address. Now I can say IV, ADR, NR, bill to party, type ADR, NR, then IV, ADR, NR, ship to party, type ADR, NR. Done. Similarly, now some information I want to import in the format of table. Can you see item data? So this should be in the format of table. Now that table can be here also, or you can declare under the tables parameter. Both is fine. So here I am going to declare the tables tab underscore item type. So if you want to create the internal table based on the structure, then of course we need to use the keyword called type table of. So type table of will not be supported everywhere. So alternative to type table of is like keyword, which we have already discussed during the function model example. But like is outdated because whenever we create the internal table based on the structure with reference to like keyword, it will create the header line. And header line is an issue for us. It is a part of performance part. So better to have the table type. So what we did in S11, we have created the structure plus table type both. Now what I will do, I will take this table type as a reference, and based on this table type, I'm going to create the internal table. That's it. Now if you want to handle any error, you can have your own, otherwise SAP's own exception. That is a part of error handling. If you look at or compare it with the script, so script is a very generic. You don't have any feasibility. Neither you can reuse any component of the script, nor you cannot have any additional things within the script. Means suppose if I want to achieve something logically and that code I want to write within the SAP script, not possible. But SmartForm is having all the feasibility. It doesn't mean that every logic you need to be writing a driver program only. No, some logic you can manage here also. And even though, see in the script what we did, we directly did not imported the internal table data. No, in the print program itself, we have written the loop. We have taken the data to the work area. Via that write form, we have taken the data to the SAP script. But here we are importing the internal table directly. Means within the SmartForm also you can apply the looping. When you are looping the data from internal table to work area, of course we need the work area. Where should I declare the work area? So if you want to declare any variables, any data objects, so that should be under the global definition. So here I'm creating the work area underscore item. I can say type, and this is your structure. Based on the structure, I'm going to create the work area. Now, if you want to have any variable, suppose I want to have the variable to calculate the total value. You can declare the variable also. The way you have created the structure in S11, similarly you have created a table type in S11. The same structure in the table type you can create in within the form also. Here you can write types begin of ty underscore data. Then you can have this postnar type postnar va. Then you can have matner, then maktx. Then you have kwmeng. Then you can have vrkme. Then you can have netper. Then you can have network. Then you can have WAERK. And this is going to be end of ty underscore data. Similarly, you can create the table type table of ty underscore data. Same job, the way you have done in S11, same thing you can do it here. Suppose if you want to declare any field symbol, you can declare over here. Plus, in the ABAP reports, we do have the events, load up program, initialization, at selection screen, start of selection, and among those, initialization is one of the event. So that will be triggered before display your selection screen, and with that we are going to have some constant value in the selection screen field. Same, so here we don't have the selection screen, but before your form get triggers, if you want to achieve something logically, that you can write under the initialization. You can write anything. Plus, if you want, you can create the external. Within the subroutine, we do have two types, internal and the external. So here you can create the subroutines. And this is specifically external one. It means perform is somewhere else and the form and form will be here. Perform is somewhere else, form and form will be here. Okay. Then comes with currency and quantity. Of course, now under the global data, you have declared this work area, and that work area has created with reference to this structure. Now in this work area, whatever the currency and quantity field you do have, that you need to specify here. You do have the field called KWMENG. You do have the field called WMENG as a field, quantity field. And for that, you require the reference field. What is the reference field? Dot VRKME. And that is your quantity field. Similarly, in this, you do have the net per, and the reference field is WAERK, and that is your currency field. Similarly, we do have net var, and the reference field is WAERK, and that is your currency field. So by default, system has created the page in the name of page 1. If you want, you can rename it to different thing. So but just I will change the name to first page. Description I'm changing. And here you do have the option for orientation. Can you see? The page format you have taken as a DI and A4, and you can go with the orientation. Either you want in a portrait or the landscape. And the best part in the SMARTFORM is what? One more advantage. You can have the watermark. Normally in Word file, you can have the option for the watermark, which is going to be look at faint in the background. Same way, you can have this here. That is a part of background picture, we can say. Watermark is nothing but the background pictures, right? And by default, system has created one of the window that is a part of main window. Now you can create the rest of window to achieve your further job.